In this weird way, I feel like I've lost my purpose. Maybe it's more of like a work aspect thing, I don't know. I'm sure you all see every day online all of these animals that get surrendered to shelters. I just want to help. The ones that really trigger my heart, the old dogs. Because I would have killed for another day with Girly, so it blows my mind when there's old dogs in shelters. I was toying with the idea of like having a rescue or starting a rescue or something, and I had talked to Michael about it. More of like a memorial rescue, and I'd like to call it like a retirement home, where we always keep one space in our house for a dog that is, you know, over the age of 11 or 12, primarily large breed, because I know that those are harder to place. I want to call it Girly's place because they'd be taking Girly's place in our home. And whether they're with us for 2 years, whether they're with us for 5 years, I want to always have that spot filled. When I kind of came up with this idea, it was like the first time that like feeling of not having a purpose like disappeared. So Dogtails has this 12-year-old shepherd. He's been in their care for 8 years. 8 years without a home. He was originally like a no other dogs in the house kind of dog, but he's dog selective now. So he's no cats, adult home, no stairs, experienced home, low energy. And he's just such a little old man. If you can believe it, he was in the shelter the day I went and adopted Hotch and Girly. That just shows you how long he's been there. He's really on a decline in his old age. Now, Leroy is dog selective. He used to be no dogs, and he has become friends with some dogs. So the only real way to know if this would work would be to like have him here. Just because it's a lot of dogs to bring up there to do a dog check sort of thing. I have a great relationship with Dogtails. As you know, I have adopted 3 dogs from them, and they know my situation as well. I don't know, I do think if I'm going to call it retirement home, okay? If I'm gonna start this retirement home for dogs, I think the layout of my house needs to change a bit. You know, if there's going to be a dog coming in every so often, there kind of needs to be like a decompressing spot. My bedroom can for sure be that decompressing spot for the time being, like for the first couple days that they're with me. But then there has to be a spot where they are, you know, in the thick of being around the dogs, because that's the scenario here, right? Like thinking we need a ramp off the front of the house. We have a ramp off the back, but because we have what we did was we fenced the whole property, and then we put a partition in between the front and the backyard, so we technically have 2 separate yards. It's just nice to have a secondary yard, especially if I'm going to be doing this. My main things are like ramp off the front of the house, and then some other space sort of in the house. So this is what it looks like. It's got a railing on it so that they can't jump off in the dangerous spots. And then it's also a short railing so that I can like guide Leroy down the ramp by still being able to hold his harness as I go down the stairs. So that's why it's like this short railing. I'm very pleased with how that turned out. Okay, I assume I need to catch you up to speed a little bit. I had a meeting with Leroy, which went really well. Leroy is going to come for a sleepover tomorrow night, for a couple days actually. We're gonna kind of see if this is a possibility to work out. I just don't know how long this is gonna go for. I don't really know, neither does the rescue. We're gonna see how he is with my dogs. But regardless, because we want to be doing this with a senior, I ended up buying this massive gate. I don't know if you can see. It has like a little like opening. Not that I want to gate anybody, but I just want to be able to ease them into this pack. So to have some separation, I'm going to also put a crate in there too. I don't know. I don't really know if this is going to come in handy, but I think it will. Just getting him used to being around the pack and things like that. So, because that's tomorrow, I want to like set this up and just have like a spot that's like ready to go. My thought process was to maybe move the couch over and create sort of like a spot that's this side so that it's, you know, it's got walls and some protection. Thinking like this area, and then maybe putting a crate in this corner just so that the dogs can't just like jump in off the couch. Look at this dog. He's so beautiful. Okay, this is what I've come up with. I haven't attached the gate to the walls yet. Like I have to do that with screws. But one of the panels came broken, which was very annoying. But I really don't think I'd use an extra panel anyways. The only thing that it would do is it would add like that much more width, and I'd have to move. So like, see, this is a panel. It would add that much more over to here, which means that I have to move the couch over more. I'm honestly thinking that this is just kind of an amazing thing to have in general with the amount of dogs that I have. Sometimes they just need their own space. Sometimes they're just being bad and you know, they're bugging another dog and I just need them to just do their own thing. This is kind of nice to have. I don't know. Anyways. We bought this crate because we thought Girly liked it because she kept going in Dash's crate. So that's why this bed cover has flowers on it. And something that really helps my heart is reusing Girly's things. I know it's hard. There's some things I don't want to reuse, but like Miles, I don't know if you know, but he wears Girly's collar. So there's this little crate where you can get away from the chaos. Hi, I have an appointment for Leroy.
Okay.
Hello, good boy.
How do you feel, Leroy? Wanna come up the ramp? Oh yeah.
How is Nelly?
Oh my gosh, she's amazing. She had her hip surgery and her elbow surgery, and she is running. She's twirling. She's hopping. She's a different dog. It was like she really needed that surgery. We are home now. I let my puppies out for a pee, but then I just want him to sort of, it's a lot, so smelling a poop. Leroy, welcome home, buddy. Welcome home, buddy. Oh my god, he's running. Oh, he's doing a little jog. So much to smell. So I'm just gonna let him smell for a while and then take him inside, and we'll just have him in my bedroom tonight. So Leroy had dinner and now he's completely zonked. I put this mat or this blanket down, and then there's also a bed here. He's not a big bed guy, but got him to lay on a blanket anyways. Hi, your tongue's sticking out. Your tongue's sticking out. Tonight, that's it. Tomorrow is the hard part. So it's 7 a.m. I did not have a good sleep because I wasn't sleeping with my puppies. And Leroy was kind of anxious too, and he wanted to get up this morning, and the other dogs wanted to get up. I just got up. It's an early day, and I really just need them to meet, to see. First up is Nelly and Hotch. These are the easy two. He doesn't care, really. Maybe I heard a bit of a grump, like a bit of a like grump. Maybe. I have a little muzzle on this cute man, and we're just gonna walk him with the pack. Hi, boy. Hi, wee boy. Treats for you. Treats for you. Oh. Good job, honey. Good job. That's Hachi. That's Hachi. Good job, Leroy. Good job, buddy. Good baby. Good job. Good job, Leroy. Good job, he's a man. Good job. Doing so good. Yeah, I know, this thing's a little too big. I'll have to make it smaller. I know, I'll have to make that smaller. Hello. Update for you. Something I just wanted to mention, because I know people will ask, is Dogtails saved Leroy from a Miami shelter, brought him to Canada, and he was adopted, and he bit the person that adopted him when he was 4 years old, and obviously that was a long time ago. He's 12 years old now, and from what I'm told, when people hear bite history, they usually don't give it a second thought. It's like on to the next. So that would be why. Also, I don't vlog every time I take them outside because that would be crazy. I need to be in the moment and just in case of anything. But it's going wonderfully. Like, they've all sniffed each other. It's been great. And he's off leash now. Fully happy with him off leash. Still has the muzzle on when he goes out. My next step is going to have him like exist in the inside space. Still muzzle on, and I think we're gonna stay there for a while. I would love to get to the point where the muzzle could be off when he's around them. I'm still getting to know him, and so are the dogs, so I just feel like it's not the time right now, but there will be a time where I feel a lot more comfortable. He's a sweet dog. He really, really is. We're heading back to Dogtails to finalize Leroy's adoption. Everything has gone so incredibly well. And we would be so lucky and happy to have him part of our family. So that's what we're doing today. And I made these cards for Dogtails and then also for the handler that posted the original video of Leroy, because without that video I would not be here with him. So these are what the cards look like. They're tearjerkers for sure. All in all, I think it's a wonderful day for Leroy and for everyone, really. Has he ever peed his bed? He's not like a big like hang outside all day guy either. He would like walk to the back to the door and I'm like, but because I know he said like girl dogs, good.
Yeah.
Let's go home, Leroy. Welcome home forever, little man. Leroy and I just went and took a picture together, our first picture outside, and then I let all the dogs out, and as you saw, he was very, very good. I've made an Instagram page for our little retirement home. It is called Girly's Place. Follow it on Instagram. It's welcome to Girly's Place because Girly's Place was taken. But if you'd like to like see more about Leroy's journey here and in our home, like I'm gonna just be posting there, and I just think it's a nice little page to have to celebrate the dogs that we help. I just want to take a second to thank Dogtails for putting so much love, time, money, effort into caring for Leroy for essentially his whole life. He was saved from euthanasia from a Miami shelter. He was picked up as a stray before that, so it's really hard to say how much of his life was in a shelter, but we obviously know the majority of it was because he was at Dogtails for 8 years. If you are ever looking to adopt a dog, please check out Dogtails' website. If you don't have a dog and you want to get a dog, there are so many who, like Leroy, spend their whole lives in shelters because they need a specific home without cats or without dogs, and so you are actually one in a million if you don't already have one. There's some dogs who you would literally change and save their lives. Right now, I think Dogtails has like a couple other ones. They have one that's been there longer than Leroy, called Oz. And if you can't adopt right now, maybe just like give them a follow on Instagram. Like sharing these animals who need homes is always so important. I also want to give a heartfelt thank you to you guys as well. Thank you for supporting my videos, watching my content, and supporting me when I have a sponsorship. To be transparent with you, having 6 dogs is not cheap. Every dollar that I make is put back into housing these dogs, feeding these dogs, vet bills. So when you watch a video and you stick around and you watch those pesky ads, it's honestly supporting a dream of mine. I often feel like my life isn't just for me, it's also for them. I've been asked by a couple friends to create an Amazon wish list for Leroy and for the dogs that we continue to take out of shelters. It feels a little odd for me to ask of anything from anyone, to be honest, but at the same time I also feel honored that people want to support Michael and I on this journey to help shelter dogs. So if you would like to, please do not feel pressured to do that. I've put it in the down bar, and I also have a P.O. box that I'll put there as well. Again, please don't feel pressured. It's very kind that people want to help support us and what we're doing, but I know that it's something I've taken on, so I do not expect that at all. Even if you'd like to just like write me a letter or something, that would be cute too. Again, just thank you for your love and support. By supporting my channel, you are directly supporting these dogs, truly. Isn't that such a cool thing to think about? Other than that, you guys are gonna see him in all my next videos, so don't sweat. Just because this one's over doesn't mean nothing. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much again. Really, truly. Bye.